On this week's episode, we talk all about Thanksgiving.
We talk about traditions and stories and all kinds of fun stuff around Thanksgiving. So stick around. Hi, and welcome to Rare with Flair.
Two 20-somethings with the same rare disease, living our best lives. I'm your host, Casey.
I'm your host, Cassandra. You guys, this is a historic episode, and do you know why?
I didn't even say the tagline fully right because I was so in my head about it as I was saying it. I was supposed to say the podcast where two 20-somethings. I just said two 20-somethings. And the reason being, I was really focused on what I was about to say. Do you know why, guys? Do you know why?
Why, guys?
Cassie,
why?
Do you want to break the news to them?
Our very own Casey May is turning 30.
Beautiful.
You're welcome.
Which means after 2.5 years of saying two 20-somethings with the same rare disease, we can't say it anymore. I'm emotional.
Okay, but we won't tell you guys what it will become because you'll just have to wait and see.
No, but we did choose what it would become literally like 2 years ago. We prepared for this because I was like, what happens when I'm not a 20-something?
Right. When Casey turned 28, she's like, but wait.
But wait. So we did choose an alternative way back when, and I never thought we'd actually get to the point though where we'd have to use it. I was like, oh, we have so long.
Oh my gosh, and we're here. Oh.
And we're here. Oh my gosh.
We do have some fun surprises for you around that time though. So
oh my gosh, we do. Oh, we do.
We hope that you stay tuned and listen up for the next ep because I think it'll be a lot of fun. Yes.
And you know what's funny, Kaz?
What's funny?
Although this is the Thanksgiving special, but yesterday was Halloween. Yes,
it was, and
for us,
it's officially Christmas now. That's what that means.
Officially, Merry Christmas, everyone. And well, no, but yeah, for us recording, it was Halloween yesterday. How was your Halloween?
It was fun. It was really fun. So my friends had what they call rigatoni night. So it's like every time there's beggars night in their neighborhood, they make a bunch of rigatoni and meatballs and things, and then we like hand out candy to the kids. It was really funny though, speaking of it being Christmas now, obviously. So they were playing music, like Halloween, like spooky music, you know, like Monster Mash and spooky, scary skeletons.
Of course.
But like toward the end of Beggars Night, they played All I Want for Christmas Is You. And so like a couple of kids came up to the table and they would grab, like we were telling them to grab like handfuls of candy because they were trying to get rid of them. Of the candy, not the children. And so like they would pick up just like a handful of candy and I was like, okay, bye, Merry Christmas. Have a nice holiday.
It's funny you say that because I was hanging out with one of my friends last night, kind of doing a similar thing, handing out candy to the kids, watching every Halloween episode we could watch of different TV shows. And also her next door neighbor made a haunted house that we walked through, which was really cool.
I saw that on your story. It was like yes. Legit.
It was legit.
Was it in
and
their,
I couldn't
like,
see a
normal
thing.
house?
Yeah, it was like their carport throughout their whole backyard. It was like outside, but it was really cool.
Did it have like walls or I have questions.
Yeah, I also have questions because I was in there and it looked like it had walls, but I don't know how or why or how.
Interesting.
That happened.
Fascinating. Oh my gosh.
But it's funny that you say that because as I was leaving my friend's house, I was like, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Because here's the thing. I'm absolutely obnoxiously obsessed with Christmas, I 100% am, but I actually like start wishing people Merry Christmas on Halloween just because it annoys
Just for
people.
fun.
Like I do it just because it annoys the living out of everyone around me. And I'm like, in my soul, it really is Christmas, but also I want to annoy you because like my friend was so mad at me last night. I was like, Merry Christmas. And she like hated me so much. If you're someone listening who hates us too, I don't blame you, but like, the more you hate it, the more you hate it, the more I wanted to say it.
I know. It's just, like, it's like, if people didn't dislike it as much, I wouldn't want to do it so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The more of a Grinch you are, the more I'm going to smother you with my happy Buddy the Elf cheer. Like that's how I feel.
Okay, wait. What are some of the favorite holiday media you're excited to see, and when are you going to start consuming it?
So much. Oh my gosh, so much. You know I love holiday media.
I know you do.
Of all kinds. You know, and I don't know when I'm going to start consuming it. Maybe not quite yet, but I love just watching like every Christmas episode of every TV show, every Christmas movie I can get my hands on. I really I love Christmas movies, but I specifically love Christmas episodes of TV shows. Like, is that weird?
That's so funny. Maybe. Like, I've never gone back and done that, but it makes me want to do it now that you've mentioned that you've done it before.
I always do this in times in my life. Like, before I graduated high school, I watched like all the graduation episodes of TV shows.
That's so cute.
Like, I do that with, like, weddings. I'll watch, like, wedding episodes. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm very strange,
I love that. Oh, my gosh. I accidentally watched a wedding episode before a wedding earlier this year. Aww. It felt very cozy. I don't know. There's something special about watching something about people doing something like you're going to do, so...
Yeah, I love that. I like that idea. And we can't quite jump to Christmas yet, Cassandra.
Oh God!
Because this is Thanksgiving episode.
Okay. How do you feel about Thanksgiving? Tell me.
I really love Thanksgiving, but I do think, and I'm gonna try not to talk about Christmas again on this episode, but I will say Thanksgiving to me. It's the Christmas season. There's not a Thanksgiving season.
Right.
Like, it's the Christmas season. That's fair. Thanksgiving, to me, I love it, but it feels like a pregame to Christmas because that's really what my heart wants. But I give it its moment on the day. I don't have Thanksgiving season, but on the day, it'll have its moment for sure. True. It does. And how do you feel about Thanksgiving?
Okay, I gotta say, I think I like Thanksgiving more than Christmas, which is maybe blasphemy, but I live for the hype, okay? Because, like...
I feel you.
When, as a kid, you are so excited for Christmas, and it's finally there, and I always feel sad that Christmas is over, because that means we have to now sit through the winter of gray sadness.
Yes, the winter of gray sadness, quite right.
But, like, that heightened period between Thanksgiving and Christmas, like, that is the thing that is most exciting to me. And I just, I love it. And I love the food, and I love being able to hang out with people. So I do really like Thanksgiving. Also Black Friday, but...
Okay, I have a lot to say. I agree with you, actually. I've always said I enjoy the Christmas season more than Christmas itself.
True, yes.
And I think we need a disclaimer here. We live in the U.S. Not everyone celebrates Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And also not everyone celebrates Christmas.
Correct.
So this is us. But like, Canadians do celebrate Thanksgiving in October.
It is earlier.
And then some people don't celebrate Thanksgiving at all. So this Thanksgiving episode, if you don't celebrate, we still love you. And maybe you hopefully can still enjoy this episode. But yeah, like I said, we'll try not to talk about Christmas too much because we've done 2 Christmas specials in the past. Just going to plug that now if you want to go listen to those.
Ooh, yes, get in the festive season, like listening or like watching shows about Christmas.
Yes,
there you go.
Yes, exactly. You got to watch your shows and listen to your Christmas podcast.
Of course.
But... like the Thanksgiving, we were actually confused for a minute because we were like, have we not done a Thanksgiving episode before?
Well, so here's the thing. And our first Christmas episode, we kind of go through, and this is more trying to bait you guys to listen to the episode. We try to talk, we talk about like traditions that we had as kids and, like our plans for that Christmas, especially because it was 2020. So like things looked a little bit different, but, just like things we've done in the past, different memories we had. And so we were thinking, a spoiler, we were going to structure this episode similarly. And then we were like, wait, is this deja vu? Deja vu?
Yeah, deja vu. Deja vu.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. But no, we've never done a Thanksgiving episode.
But we're really excited to. See, okay, and that's the other sad thing about Thanksgiving is that for Christmas, there is Christmas music and Christmas movies. I will say that for Thanksgiving, Bob's Burgers has an excellent array of Thanksgiving
Bob's
episodes.
Burgers? It literally, I kid you not, I think they literally have something around like 6 different Thanksgiving episodes or something
yeah,
like
I think every season has a Thanksgiving episode.
It probably might.
They're so
every
funny.
season.
They're so quirky. I think I want to go watch those
They're
around
so
this Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. Do you have any other TV shows of a Thanksgiving episode that you can think of that you enjoy, or is it Bob's Burgers mainly?
I feel like those are the ones I remember the most because New Girl. New Girl has hilarious Thanksgiving episodes. I love New Girl.
Okay. Because I was going to say, this show is kind of like polarizing, love it or hate it. The Thanksgiving episode of The King of Queens
I've never seen that.
Fantastic. It's hilarious. I watch it like every year if I can. And so that is a Thanksgiving. Oh, the Buffy Thanksgiving episode's kind of fun.
Oh, that is.
There's a Buffy one.
Yeah, the reason I was saying that was because I was thinking about how we have a Christmassy version of our intro music for just like the Christmassy episodes that we do. And I was like, oh, darn, we can't do a cute Thanksgiving because there's no Thanksgiving music because it's just an American holiday. But anyway.
Right.
Oh, and
there is that singer, the Thanksgiving song. This man, Ben Rector. I saw him in concert.
Oh, what?
He has a Thanksgiving
song.
song.
So funny.
And he actually wrote it during COVID, and it's really beautiful because it kind of references COVID without being too over the head about it. Like, and it's beautiful.
That's
actually,
so
it's a beautiful
lovely.
song. And then we have the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
I was about to say that one. I almost
good
forgot.
as Christmas or Halloween, but we can
love the like popcorn and jelly beans and just random smattering of things.
There's a Steven Universe Thanksgiving episode.
Oh, wait, yes.
It's lovely.
It is. It's so
lovely.
awesome.
It's where his uncle comes to visit.
Oh my gosh. How cute. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, we're really going off now. But hopefully we're giving you inspo to go watch a Thanksgiving leave Christmas aside. Go watch a Thanksgiving episode on us.
It's not nearly as, I don't know, as advertised and marketed as Christmas because it's Thanksgiving. However, in the spirit of things, now that we've gotten ourselves warmed up with some of our favorite Thanksgiving media, let's talk about traditions and things that we've done. Tradition.
Yes. Traditions.
Okay. Tell me about your Thanksgiving. Did you see family? What'd you do?
Oh my gosh. Here we go. So growing up, my Thanksgiving was always at my aunt and uncle's house. My Aunt Debbie and Uncle Phil was always at their house, and my cousins. And it was with my whole extended family on my mom's side. That's usually where we always spent Thanksgiving. Ooh. And it was funny because my cousin, I have 3 cousins that lived in that house. And my cousin Samantha was like 6 years older than me. I thought she was so cool. Aww. And I remember every single Thanksgiving, like after the eating was done, I would always want to like go upstairs to her bedroom and just like look around at all her cool stuff. And I thought it was like so cool. And of course, eating a lot of food. I think like my favorite tradition though on Thanksgiving that meant a lot to me as a child, and still to this day, I will not rest if this is not done on Thanksgiving. I have to watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade on TV.
Oh, that's so cute.
I loved it as a kid. They have all the Broadway performances and the Rockettes and the marching bands and the floats and the balloons.
It's so
long. I thought it was like the best. I'm obsessed with it, and I like am annoyingly obsessed with it. And like when they threatened to not do it during COVID and they didn't do it quite the same way, you should have seen me when someone broke the news to me about that. Like they ended up still doing something, but like listen,
it was still really good.
I can remember it was still good, but I remember being like a 4-year-old like looking forward to this. Like it was my thing.
Okay, what's your favorite balloon?
Oh my gosh, you're putting me on this. You know what? The first thing that came to my mind, Pillsbury Doughboy.
Oh, I love the
I don't
Doughboy.
But like also I always use this argument that Santa is in the Thanksgiving Day parade when people make fun of me for like already celebrating Christmas.
Yeah, of course. Well, Thanksgiving is, for most of the people who are naysayers about celebrating Christmas too early, Thanksgiving is like the more official start in the U.S. of the Christmas season.
Right, exactly.
But,
so I'm like, who's at the parade? Santa. So you know what else? And I'll end my long spiel at the after this. Right after the Thanksgiving Day parade follows. It's followed by, or no. That I didn't say that right. Reverse that. After the Thanksgiving Day parade is the dog show, Cassandra.
Oh, that's
the
right.
dog show. And that is another tradition that I must have on every year. And if I ever find myself at a different location on Thanksgiving, which I have many times in my adult life, we'll get to that because I no longer spend Thanksgiving at my aunt and uncle's, and my location has changed many times. No matter where I am, I have to watch the dog show. And I'm very attached to the dog show as well. So those are I love how all my traditions are like television based.
That's hilarious. Wait, I was gonna ask what's your favorite dog in the dog show, but we all know what that is.
We all know it's the Bichon Frise in the non-sporting group, which I wait for the non-sporting group. So
the
for him.
Non-sporting group.
Yeah, it's kind of the worst name for a group I've ever heard.
These are the
like,
non-athletes.
The non... Because it's like herding and like, you know, hunting and all that stuff. And then it's like
everybody
non-sporting. Terriers. Yeah, then non-sporting. It's great. It's great. Cass.
Okay.
What,
yes.
like growing up, like we'll get into like nowadays a little later, but like growing up, where did you go did you go the same place every year for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, our Thanksgiving was very similar from year to year growing up when everybody was still like in the house, and even a little bit when my brother and I were both in college. So we do not have a large family, and our family does not live close by. So it was almost always just the four of us, and we would have dinner at our house. Or it wasn't dinner; it was always lunch. So we'd eat
I was gonna pause you. Are you a dinner or lunch? I'm a lunch.
I'm a
Thanksgiving lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
You know the like 1 p.m. type lunch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So we would like, as we got a little bit older, we'd like help our mom like prepare some of the like especially the sides. And it was really cute. And sometimes my mom's mom would come visit from Puerto Rico and she would be with us. But honestly, like that was pretty much it. And our main tradition on Thanksgiving was always putting up the Christmas decor. That's always when we did it. And
that's awesome.
It was so special because we would clear the table, and then like sometimes people would take a nap. I don't think I ever once took a nap on Thanksgiving.
I have never once not taken a nap on Thanksgiving. I've never not taken a nap on Thanksgiving, and I'm never more tired than I am on Thanksgiving. That is my sleepy day.
That is hilarious. I don't think I've ever taken a nap. And I love naps. No.
Oh, you mean on Thanksgiving? Okay, you said I've never taken a nap.
I don't think I've ever taken a nap on Thanksgiving, but
okay.
But usually, we would like clear the table. We'd try to like start, washing dishes, putting away the food, take a nap, and then after the nap, we would play Puerto Rican Christmas music. Which, if you want to hear more about that, I talked about that in our Christmas episode from a couple of years ago. But we'd turn that on. And we'd get out the Christmas tree, and it was always the same thing every year because my brother would get distracted by all of the ornaments, and our family did the kind of thing where like we had like ornaments per kid per year. Yes. So like we would be like looking at all. So that was always the thing we did. Sometimes we'd like see if people put up their Christmas lights outside, but that was it. That was like our Thanksgiving, but it was just so cozy.
Yes.
Such like a nice family time. Of course, we did the thing that everyone does where like we talk about what we're thankful for, and
yes.
But that was it. Yeah, nothing much.
Well, and that's how I feel like for me too, it's nothing much. Like there's not anything big that happens, and that's kind of the joy of the day. It's kind of just like you eat and you relax. And so what kind of food did you / do you typically eat on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, so We usually had a solid mixture of like traditional American Thanksgiving food and then like Puerto Rican dishes. So we'd have some turkey. In later years, like we started getting it from a place that would like smoke it because it tastes better that way, and also turkey is not good. That's my hot take, and I think most people agree.
Oh no, I love turkey.
I don't like turkey because it's always dry, and you always need gravy, and that sucks.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
But we'd always have like ham usually, and then we'd have like rice and pigeon peas, which was kind of like a staple like Puerto Rican holiday dish. People can eat it year round, but you see it a lot more around the holidays. So we'd have that. We'd always have like sweet potato souffle casserole thing with like but specifically with the brown sugar, because the marshmallow one is gross, and this is also my hot take.
I also grew up with the brown sugar one.
The brown sugar one is so much better. It's just so good.
Okay. Yeah, I like both, but I feel you. Okay. A lot of hot takes on your food.
Hot takes. I have opinions,
a lot of hot takes.
Y'all.
Okay, she does. She's an opinionated gal.
I am. Yeah, and like we'd have like rolls. It varied from year to year. Sometimes like we'd have different stuff. So sometimes we'd have like green bananas, which you can eat, but you have to cook them. So you'd like boil them, and you'd like put them in this kind of oil vinegar. It tastes a little bit like potato salad. It's really good. Cool. Sometimes we'd have mac and cheese. And for dessert, we'd have either pumpkin flan. There were some years we'd buy like a pecan pie, or sometimes we'd make coquito, which is like our version of eggnog in Puerto Rico that's like more coconutty. So yeah, that's more of what we did. It was like a big mixture. But how could I forget? My mom's is like a broccoli salad, and I say salad a little bit loosely because it's like broccoli that's been like food processed, and then it's like mixed together. Have you had that kind of a salad where it's like mixed together with some like dressing, like mayonnaise and apple cider vinegar and
yeah.
It's really good. But What did you guys eat?
Yeah, kind of a lot of the same. Okay, so I have a hot take. This is a hot, boiling take, okay? I grew up having, my aunt would make, and no shade to my aunt, she did a great job. She would make the homemade cranberry sauce with like actual cranberries in it, cranberries. Right? So I never.
No, I know what you're gonna say, and I hate it.
Okay, so you do know what I'm gonna say. So I never liked I never liked the homemade cranberry sauce with the cranberry chunks in it, but the freaking canned cranberry sauce is fantastic, and I will fight you.
Like metal.
I will die on this hill. I will fight you to the death. This is metal. No, what's bad is the homemade one with the actual chunks in it.
Girl, all you need is an immersion blender. You blend it and then it's smooth.
Girl, I don't have time to blend it.
If you have time to make homemade cranberry sauce, you've got time to blend it.
Literally, my favorite thing in the world is my sister's dressing, because she makes amazing dressing. My sister's dressing with some turkey, with some gravy, with the canned cranberry sauce, and you mix it all together, and it's like because I think my favorite food combo in the world is anything sweet and salty together.
Listen, we did not ever have cranberry sauce growing up, but I gotta say I really actually like it.
You really like the homemade one though, with the the chunks. You like that?
Yeah, because you got to add orange to it, and it makes it taste so good.
Okay, but you don't eat it a lot. Like you put it on your dressing, right?
Yeah, I'll put it.
I think people call it stuffing in other parts of the U.S.
Oh, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have this. We just had an issue where I was calling a cul-de-sac a cove, and Cass didn't know what I meant.
And this. I'm like,
we
Casey,
literally
like her mom
like,
lives
what's
on a cove,
and I'm like,
and like I'm just like, does she live in like a cave, like underwater?
And I was like, it's a cul-de-sac, but we call it a cove. We don't say cul-de-sac here.
Oh, that's
Call it a
funny.
Cove.
Okay, so you
a whole
call
other
stuffing
tangent.
dressing.
We call when I say dressing, I mean stuffing.
I'm thinking of like salad
sorry.
dressing.
No, yeah, it's. I feel like I said it like 3 times and you didn't know what I meant until okay, yep, dressing.
Oh, that's
so
funny. We also
so,
never had dressing stuffing growing up. But like I would eat it when I went when I.
It's hard to make.
Well, okay.
And by hard to make, I mean obviously you guys could have made it. It's just like is it worth it? It's a lot of steps.
So my
and is it
parents
worth
don't really like it. Because and I quote, it is wet bread. However, I really like the wet bread.
I really like it, but it really I've had some I don't like, and my sister's though is my grandmother's recipe, and like it's incredible. So really, it's not my sister's; it's my grandmother's. But that's
she makes it. But but I've only ever had it at other people's house, and I've tried like side by side, like stuffing from a box versus like homemade stuffing, and I don't know, they're pretty comparable, I gotta say. That's the other
really
that's a hot take.
Okay, that's fair. But do you like the cranberry mixed with it with the stuffing?
I do.
Because
I like the sweet
it is
and
so
savory
good
too.
It's the sweet and savory, man. That is like one time for my birthday, my sister, I said all I want for my birthday from you is for you to make me your dressing with the cranberry, and she did, and I kept it in my fridge at college, and I told my roommates, please do not eat this. This is my birthday present. Please do not eat this.
This is my birthday present.
And I ate it for like weeks on. Like she gave me a huge, or not weeks, but like a week.
That's amazing.
So anyway, I love mashed potatoes. I love any casserole. You know, I never really grew up having macaroni and cheese, which makes me devastated because it's like literally my favorite food in the world.
We never had it until like much later. Like I think I was
really?
like already an adult by the time that we like
I
brought
really
it.
had that. We always had turkey and ham, just because we have a really big family, so we always had that option.
Yeah,
for
how
people.
many people were at your like Thanksgiving?
Probably like at least 20.
That's so many. I was talking to someone recently who was talking about like growing up with like big family or big extended family, and as someone who didn't, that like blows my mind that there can be that many people at a Thanksgiving dinner. Thanksgiving always felt very intimate for me because it was just my parents and my brother.
And you know, I think there are pros and cons to both, and I did like it, but I will say it wasn't until I was like literally like a full-grown adult that I wasn't sitting at like the kids' table. Like I feel like when you're like a grandkid, you're like pushed to the side on the kids' table, and so I see all these beautiful tables with these beautiful like tablescapes, you know, like with all the beautiful. I never had that experience on Thanksgiving or Christmas until literally like COVID when I couldn't be with my family.
Oh, yeah.
And so that was like cool to be able to experience like, oh, I'm sitting at a nice table and like enjoying this meal
and not
instead
at
of
the
like
kids table
at like a card pull out table for
or
children,
like a plastic table that you're like hunched over.
Yes, but I used to like ham better than turkey, but now I like turkey better than ham, so I don't know how that changed.
I don't know. I feel like I'm really picky about turkey. I like the smoked kind because it almost tastes like ham, but it's got like a nice smokiness. That's like my family's diehard way of eating turkey, but because my dad doesn't even like it. We just do it because it's like it feels required.
Tradition. Yes. So do people eat turkey on Thanksgiving in Puerto Rico, or what's the main?
Well, okay. People may or may not like celebrate Thanksgiving because it is more like a mainland U.S. holiday. However, I think it's just it's kind of trickled into like the culture.
Yeah.
However, no, it's like Christmas where we like if you go to someone's house, especially like around Christmas or any other major holiday, it's like roast pig on a spit, and it's so good.
So that's so the same as Christmas though too, right?
Pretty
like
much,
usually.
yeah. It's so like a lot of times, there's also a way that like we know of that people will take the same seasoning for the lechon, for the pork, and they'll do it on the turkey for Thanksgiving, kind of like mix both things. And I feel like that's a really good turkey seasoning.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, so you mentioned Black Friday earlier. I gotta get back to that.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. It's funny because like in recent years, like I don't I barely remember the last time we did it. It might have been like 2019. But from the time that I was like 11 or 12 until I was probably like 22. So for a span of almost every year for like a decade, my mom would do Black Friday shopping with me. And
Aww.
and like later when I was kind of in high school and college, we kind of turned it into a thing where it started becoming that like you could get more online. You know, Black Friday barely happens anymore, especially after COVID. You just get better deals online for longer, and the hype of Black Friday doesn't really happen. But it was always just like really fun to wake up super early. And then what my mom and I used to do in later years when we would just go online shopping, we would just wake up early, go to Panera and get like one of the souffles that they have. And then we would like just scroll on our phones and shop online.
Oh, that's fun. I like that.
Did you ever do it?
Yeah, I did for a while. And the thing is, we never took it super seriously of like, okay, this is the deal we want. So Black Friday continuously like got earlier and earlier until it slipped into actually being on Thanksgiving, which I don't love. I don't love that for like the workers, of course. Yeah. But my dad and I, actually, it was me and my dad, we would like think it was just kind of a fun little like nighttime activity to like get in the car and go to like Target or like the outdoor mall we have on Thanksgiving night. And we did that a few years, and then I actually did it with a few friends too a few times, but we would just fun. It was usually like it's usually Walmart and Target, and sometimes we would get deals on like, you know, DVD. I never got any like really big I never got like a TV or anything huge on it, but like it was just kind of like a fun thing of like, hey, Thanksgiving is over and we're bored, and let's like get in the car and go see what the fuss is about, and it's kind of, it almost felt like, remember, this is kind of a weird comparison, but remember like Pokemon Go?
Yeah.
It almost felt like this thing that like the whole community was like out there.
It too. Yeah, we were just like, we didn't. There were few times that we were looking for something in particular. A lot of the time that we did it, it was just like we would just like get bundled up and wear our like hats and coats and things, and it was just fun.
I think of Ugg boots when I think of it. I like put on my Uggs. I got comfy.
Yes, yes. You wear like, if I was ever looking
sweats for like a real deal, I would look online. Like if I was ever actually trying to like actually buy something. Yeah, but you were in your sweats. Like that was kind of how it was.
Yeah, like people were wearing like blankets and pajama pants, and they were like, you know, obviously, you know, we never got into like the nitty gritty of where people would like fight each other for like an item, but sometimes we found decent stuff, but a lot of times we just went for the fun, you know.
Yeah.
It was like
have you ever spent Thanksgiving not at your house? Like, have you ever had a weird Thanksgiving where it's been different?
Yes, and it's because it's been recently, and so I'm trying to think if there was one like as a like growing up, like as a kid, but I know so a couple times when I was, I think, like in college and recently graduated from college, one of our family friends hosts like a Thanksgiving at her house. And so we did that a couple times where we went to her house. And that's when I had stuffing. And I was like, dang, this is actually kind of good. But so we've done that before. And then ever since my brother has, well, so he got married early this year. But like, you know, he and his, you know, now wife, but then girlfriend, like they were like pretty seriously dating. So like sometimes they'd spend Thanksgiving with like her family, and you know, we just like when that happens, like you see less of your family because like they have now like other family to be with. And so recently, like probably since like 2019 or 18, like things have been a little bit different. And last year, we were not even in the country, and we kind of forgot Thanksgiving happened. That was the week that we went to Chile, and we were just like hanging out. We were doing like the vacation stuff that we had planned and like excursions and whatnot, and we were like like halfway south of the world, and then we were like, oh yeah, it's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
Aw. Yeah, that was last year, right?
That was literally last year, and this year, I mean, spoiler alert, we will not be around either.
Wow, all of a sudden Thanksgiving travel.
I know. It's kind of fun, though, actually, to be traveling on Thanksgiving. But what about you? Where have you been?
I've had a few that have been different. One time when I was 13, we went on a cruise for Thanksgiving. Like my whole family, like my entire family, like extended too.
Oh, wow.
So it was weird, but I do remember on Thanksgiving, the cruise menu was like Thanksgiving food, and it was like all you could eat. It was really good.
That's fun.
And I was kind of weird about it though, because I'm such a tradition girl, and as a kid, I especially was weird about that, but I ended up liking it. I spent two Thanksgivings away from home.
Was it like Caribbean?
It was like, yeah,
Okay.
like Bahamas and stuff. And then I spent 2 Thanksgivings away from home when I lived in New York. I didn't come home from either Thanksgiving because I was coming home for Christmas.
Who'd you celebrate with?
One time I was at my friend Audrey's apartment with a group of people, and the other time I was at my friend Chris and Zach's apartment with a group of people.
Oh, fun.
So yeah, those 2, and then I also spent Thanksgiving in the mountains at my brother-in-law's parents' mountain house. So that was fun. So I have spent Thanksgiving in many a different place, and then during COVID, we were just with my immediate family. Gonna be spending it with the extended again this year though, and my cousin has taken over hosting. I've also spent Thanksgiving in the hospital. I had some weird Thanksgivings. One time I had a kidney stone, so I was in the hospital on Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving of 2020, I had cops at my house because I had an attempted robbery the morning of Thanksgiving.
I remember that. It was terrifying.
And so I've had a lot of so I'm like, between that and the kidney stone, I've had some bad, not so good Thanksgivings.
Yeah.
But those are only 2.
Oh, man.
So it's weird that those both fell on Thanksgiving though.
That's
I'm
hilarious. I was almost in the hospital on Thanksgiving. I think I got out the day before. But.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was super weird.
That was probably a Thanksgiving you don't remember very well.
Not really. I remember one time as a young kid, I think I had scarlet fever on Thanksgiving.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was insane. I remember being super sick on the couch, and I was really sad because I wanted to eat the food, but I could not hold anything down.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that was fun. And then I think for COVID Thanksgiving, I think it was just me and my parents, and we ended up actually just buying food. So we haven't, I'm trying to remember I think it might have been 2019, the last time we had actually cooked Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, it totally was, because that's when I brought the mac and cheese. But, we just bought food from a place that was some places will just sell food for Thanksgiving, and that was pretty fun. I liked that. And oh my gosh, one time my brother's freshman year of college, he invited someone that he had known through I think a college church to come to our Thanksgiving because he was an international student. It was a very bizarre time, I gotta say.
Okay.
The guy ate a lot of food. It was actually a little bit terrifying. I was very scared. And it was very strange having someone who wasn't our family at our house.
Yeah.
That was a memorable Thanksgiving. But
yeah.
And then I think I totally lost my train of thought. But yeah, I think most Thanksgivings were very similar, but now we just kind of make it up as we go along.
And I think that's I know it must have felt weird to have someone that wasn't your family, since you're so used to it just being your family, but I kind of like that about Thanksgiving, because I feel like Christmas you rarely invite people in, but Thanksgiving it's kind of hey, do you have nowhere to go today? Okay, come over to my house. And
we have food. Yeah,
I do like that. Yeah, I like that about Thanksgiving. It's kind of I've had a few friends spend Thanksgiving with my family before if they were didn't have anywhere to go at that time, or if their family lived far away. And so I do like that aspect of Thanksgiving.
No, yeah, and it's definitely super nice to be able to share that. Oh, and yeah, COVID Thanksgiving also, we had, I think it was that year, our family friends who had sometimes hosted Thanksgiving at their house, I think their daughter had a baby, and so like their second child, their son, like came over, and we like hung out and talked with him, and that was like a fun time to just like have other people around. And so yeah, yeah, Thanksgiving, man. What are you doing this? Oh, so you mentioned already what you're doing this year. You're going to your cousin's house, right?
Yes.
Are you making anything?
And I am. I signed up to, a lot of people were bringing savory things, so I was like, I'll bring like a sweet thing. So I have made this pumpkin bread this year that I thought was really good, and so I was like, I'm going to bring my pumpkin bread. I'm going to add some chocolate chips to make it a little more dessert-ish, and then I'm going to also bring the rolls.
You're not going to bring a can of cranberries?
Oh, I definitely am. That's for me, though. No, I'm definitely bringing cans of cranberries because somebody signed up that they're actually bringing the like cooked one or the cranberry they're making, and I'm like, that's great, but I'm bringing a can, and I'm sorry if it looks rude to you. But that's that. And you're not going to be in town for Thanksgiving, so I was going to ask you what you would be cooking, but you won't be cooking.
I will not be cooking. My parents and my brother and his wife and I are going to Disney World.
Yes. Do you know if you have like a dining reservation for that day?
We're trying to get one, and we're not going to the parks that day. So we're trying to get one in Disney Springs that looks really good, but it's been like kind of hard. So we might just like try to show up day of and be like, hey, can we eat here? So we shall see. But in the meantime, like we've got good plans. My sister-in-law she's been to Disney like one time, like with like a choir or band trip or something when she was in high school. And that's kind of it. And so we're really excited to be able to enjoy that with her.
That'll be so fun.
Yeah, it'll be exciting.
And do you have, I know this year you're going to be very busy around the time, but have you ever been to a Friendsgiving?
I have. And I was going to ask you the same thing. I went to one last year, and I brought rice and beans.
Oh, nice.
And it was really fun. Our friends, they like smoked meat, and they have this like amazing seasoning that goes on it. So I think there was like pulled pork and something else. I don't remember, but I enjoyed it all. And I think there was someone brought someone made like a Stouffer's mac and cheese. Which,
nice.
Honestly, like I am picky about mac and cheese, but I gotta say, Stouffer's mac and cheese slaps. Mm-hmm. It's very good. It's very good.
Pretty good. Yeah.
But Friendsgiving? What did you make? Great.
So I haven't been to a Friendsgiving in the last like 4 years, and I think every time something came up, like I would have rehearsal or like something during the Friendsgiving. So like I haven't been to one in a long time. And then when I was in New York, my real Thanksgiving was basically a Friendsgiving because all the friends from college were there and we would do it together. But during college, we did Friendsgivings. So that was when I did my Friendsgivings. And I feel like all the food was kind of terrible because we were all like college students who like weren't great at cooking yet. Like, I feel like it was like cute. Like we actually like used one of the, like, like the black box theaters, like that's just like a black room.
Yeah.
And so we like we have a black box theater at our university, and we like used that room. I guess they let us. I forgot like why they let us do that.
Oh, that's cute.
I think it was like through the theater department. And so like we got this big long table and like brought a bunch of stuff. So it was cute. That's a Friendsgiving that stands out in my mind.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
That's. I'm just like, I'm trying to remember. I think like I went to one Friendsgiving in college, and I think like there was like buffalo chicken dip and just like really easy like crock pot stuff,
Yes, that's what it was. It was like microwave mashed potatoes.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I love that happens, though, because, I feel like you then have, like, even if you're not, like, super into cooking, like, you have a greater appreciation for, going to a family Thanksgiving and
it's
having,
true.
like, Granny make something really nice. Not that.
Yes. No, it's true. It's true.
Oh, man. So are you your nephew's gonna go to your family Thanksgiving?
So my sister and her husband, I almost said fiance. They've been married 10 years. It's fine. My sister and her husband usually go to his side of the family, which is not local. But yeah, this year I think they are staying. So I'm not with my nephews on Thanksgiving, but I think I will be this time. So that will be fun.
Be so fun.
Can't wait. Yeah, the generation under us is really growing in my extended family. We have lots of great grandkids now.
And now
lots of those.
You can be at the adult table. You will not be relegated to the kids
not sure.
table.
We will see. We don't really have a game.
We don't.
A game.
Oh, but we can say what we're thankful for this
Oh my
year.
gosh, yes. I was gonna do one trivia question.
Please ask a trivia question.
And I'm gonna ask it to you.
Please
Here
ask
it
me
is,
a trivia
off the cuff. Okay. So how many turkeys are eaten each Thanksgiving in the U.S.? Would you say?
1.2 million.
You're in the millions. It's 46 million.
I'm sorry, what? I guess if every person or every like family in the United States did it, then yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. I was just like,
yes, I just wanted to give at least one Thanksgiving trivia question tonight.
Wow. I forget how many people live in the United States.
Yeah, no, I would listen, I would never have guessed that much. Ever. I would have been like 4,000. No, not 4,000, but seriously, I would have never guessed that much.
Insane.
Never. 46 million.
Oh my god.
What?
That's so
what?
many Thanksgivings. Oh wait, also, like, I forgot to ask, like, if you have any Thanksgiving desserts that were like a mainstay. Like, did you always have pumpkin pie or what?
It was a lot of pie, a lot of different types of pie. So not necessarily pumpkin, but like, yeah, pecan pie, pumpkin pie, chocolate pie. It was just a lot of pie. Like, and this year
pie.
too, I think it's
Is
just
that
a lot of pie.
like French silk or like pudding pie?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was just like chocolate. I can't think of like a specific dessert though that, yeah, those were more Christmas that I can think of, but Thanksgiving, a lot of pie.
A lot of pie.
Pie
is objectively American and is very good.
Yeah, it is very good. I love a good pie.
So, Case, what are you thankful for this year?
I am thankful for the pound.
I was going to say that.
I'm thankful for the pound.
The pound.
I'm thankful for you.
Thankful
for everyone listening.
Yes.
I feel like, in our episode, like 2 episodes ago, we did like little things we love. Mm-hmm. So I feel like reference that episode if you want to know more things we're thankful for.
True.
But obviously, yes, my loved ones, my family, my friends, my dog.
Yeah.
And food.
Spatial. And food. Food is important.
And naps.
Yes.
And dog shows and parades.
Dog shows.
What about you,
canned
Cass?
Cranberry sauce.
Oh, and that canned cranberry. You can see the like divots in it when you like
that.
It's so good. It is the perfect consistency for your stuffing, your dressing, whatever, your turkey. Oh,
it's like gelatinous.
Oh, yeah, exactly. How could you not love it? Like, I need to buy my cans before they sell out.
I need to buy my cans. Wait, are you brand loyal to a brand?
No, I'll just type in cranberry in a can. Give it to me. Somebody got me started on. I actually think it was my brother-in-law got me started on the can. Yeah, I think I never had it until my adulthood, and he was like, "This is what I always had at Thanksgiving," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then it changed me.
It rocked your world. That's so.
And now it's been like 10 years of that because he's been around for 10 years.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, in my life,
he's
that
been
is.
What?
Yeah,
he's
not
10 years
he's
old.
no, no. It's all about me, Cass.
Yeah.
How long I've known someone is how long they've been.
That's how long they've been around. No, I know. It's just like.
No, I thought the same thing. I was
so
like,
funny.
that's not. That doesn't sound right. But yeah, canned cranberry has been in my life for about 10 years, and kudos to my.
I feel like I should probably taste it. I've never tasted it. I've only had the homemade.
Wait, hold on. You're hating on it, and you've never even tasted it.
Okay, do you remember in elementary school when they would like serve a Thanksgiving themed lunch? I think that's probably what they had.
I went to private school. I don't think we did that.
Okay. In public school, they serve a Thanksgiving lunch where they have terrible turkey and weird gravy and box mashed potatoes and assumably canned cranberry sauce. So that is like, if that is what that was, that is my memory of it because I highly doubt it was homemade.
No, it probably was. Okay, so you may have tried it.
But it's been a very long time. It has been a very long time.
And if it was in the context of your school, like maybe it was like a bad context there.
I gotta say, I always really liked Thanksgiving lunch.
Okay, I'm jealous. I went to public school in high school. I still don't remember Thanksgiving lunch, but I usually brought my lunch. So maybe that's why.
Of course you were a packer. I liked buying school lunch and then complaining about it.
Hey, you were getting Thanksgiving over there. I missed out.
Thanksgiving lunch was fun. What am I thankful for? I'm thankful that my brother got married and that we've got someone to celebrate Thanksgiving with us. Now.
Maybe she'll introduce you to a new food that, like my brother-in-law with the canned cranberry.
My sister-in-law is Canadian.
Oh.
So,
okay.
Like, they do Thanksgiving, because a few years ago in 2020, so he went with her family in 2020, and I think like they were celebrating American Thanksgiving because she's lived in the States since she was 14, but hey, I mean, bonus material. I would like to see if I learn a new food. Absolutely, you got to keep the pod updated on that. I know. I will report back with my findings, but I think and like this has been very mixed year, but there's been a lot of good. Sorry, I'm laughing because it's been a weird year. We're gonna get into that. Well, we won't get into it, but we'll get into that in our. We always do a recap. That recap episode. AKA the episode where like we actually talk about any like the things Spotify in our lives and Spotify. Yes, and Spotify Wrapped, of course. But yeah, wonderful. No, really, I hope, I know this is a little early, like Thanksgiving is not for a few more weeks for everyone listening, but we still hope you have a really lovely Thanksgiving. We hope you can go listen to our Christmas episodes. Yes. And we're no longer going to be 220-somethings the next time you hear us. Yes. And again, the reason we're doing it now as opposed to in a couple weeks is because we've got a special planned and it's going to be really fun. Yeah, it is. It's going to be great. We're so excited. We're so excited. Oh. Yes. Okay. Well, okay. That's our app. That's it. And we will see you in 2 weeks. Go follow us on the socials and at Rare with Flair most places, and send us an email if you wanna at hello@rarewithflair.com. Even though sometimes we're bad at replying, but we do our best. Yep. Well, bye.